Hi, this is an interesting opportunity tonight to see a relatively bright near-Earth asteroid come by. Not real bright, you still requires a telescope to see it, but the combination of the fairly large size of this object and its closeness make it one of our unusual opportunities to see an asteroid this bright among the near-Earth asteroid population. The asteroid is called prosaically 2004 BL86. That says it was discovered in 2004. And when you look at these near-Earth asteroids, the asteroids whose orbits cross the orbit of the Earth, you'll find almost all of them have been discovered in the last 15 years through what NASA calls its Space Guard survey. 25 years ago, we only knew of a handful of them. Now there are more than 11,000 near-Earth asteroids known, asteroids that come close to the Earth and can eventually, perhaps, hit our planet. But even that is only the tip of the iceberg. There are estimated to be 1 million near-Earth asteroids, large enough that they could do substantial damage, city killers we sometimes call them, if they hit the Earth, which fortunately they don't do very often. Now this asteroid is about half a mile in diameter, we don't know exactly, and it's going by at a distance 3 times the distance from the Earth to the Moon, or about 1 million miles. That makes it bright enough to be seen in a small telescope, and it's an especially good opportunity when it goes in front of the Beehive cluster. Generally speaking, an object this big comes this close every decade or so. I think 2027 is the next year that a known object will come by, but there are still plenty of unknown objects. We study near-Earth asteroids for a variety of reasons. They're interesting from the science point of view because these are leftover building blocks of the planets. They're interesting as potential places for humans to visit, and you've probably all heard of the various NASA studies in the last few years of going to a near-Earth asteroid, of basically using the near-Earth asteroids as a kind of stepping stone toward human exploration of Mars. They're interesting to another group of people, of entrepreneurs basically, who see them as potential space resources. If we ever had a robust space economy, not just going back and forth to Earth, but with people living in space, then almost certainly the near-Earth asteroids would be key resources. But perhaps most interesting to most of us is the near-Earth asteroids as potential projectiles that could hit the Earth. In the area of what we call planetary defense, we really need to find these objects with our telescopes, project their orbits. Most of them will turn out to be harmless, but then we want to be able to find the next one that's going to hit the Earth in enough time to do something about it. NASA has a grand challenge, which says that one of our big long-term goals is to find any asteroid that threatens human population and figure out what to do about it. Well, this asteroid tonight is not threatening us, but it does come close to the Earth, as we know from tonight, and it is in that category that could eventually hit our planet and do great damage. We're not worried about this asteroid. For us, it's just a nice opportunity to see something relatively bright as it goes by. But on the long term, we really would like to have a comprehensive survey to find as many as possible of these near-Earth asteroids. There are neighbors in space, they're scientifically interesting, they may pave the way for human exploration, but first and foremost, we would like to protect our planet. And if there's anything going to actually hit us that could do damage, we'd like to be able to predict it. So we go out tonight, look at an asteroid, it's fun. It's a neighbor in space, although it's really only a neighbor temporarily for a day or two as it goes past. And it's part of this group, this class of near-Earth asteroid that could be very important for the future of humanity. It could be important for helping us get beyond Earth, even to set up colonies on Mars. It could be important as a space resource, and it could be important as something to avoid in the sense that we really would like to eliminate the possibility of our planet being hit by a large asteroid like this. This asteroid is about half a mile across. That means it's big enough to wipe out a country. It could kill hundreds of millions of people if it hit. Now, this asteroid will not hit, and there's no prediction that it will hit. But I'm just saying it's in the class of objects that we really ought to understand in the interest of protecting our future and protecting our planet.